This production of The Blooming is brought to you by No Market for That Book. Written by Ashley Michele. Performed by Tempest Mensah. Dear Reader, this book contains spice or graphic sexual content and is intended for persons of legal age. The content of this work should not be used as a manual or a realistic depiction of kink, fetish, or BDSM activities, and all characters are of legal age. This novel is intended for entertainment purposes only. If you are following along on the ebook as well as listening to the audiobook, it is relevant for you to know that this book was also intended to be read in dark mode for best aesthetic. You can find a detailed list of content and trigger warnings, as well as playlists and inspo boards for all of the author's works through their site and Goodreads. Content considerations. Trigger warnings. Dissociation, mental disorientation, and visceral feelings of bodily imprisonment. Themes of helplessness, loss of agency, transformation. References to narcotic use and medical trauma, including mentions of hydrocodone, surgery, and vomiting blood. Graphic body horror is present throughout. Fungal growth and invasive internal sensations. Sexual content warnings. Invasive erotic body transformation. Pain-pleasure line. Erotic interaction with a non-human mycelial entity. Non-explicit monster-fucking themes. Penetration-adjacent horror as tendrils and fibers. Subtle breeding and seeding implications. The Blooming. Xime couldn't hear the wildlife anymore. The birds weren't chirping. The crickets weren't singing. She could only hear her blood, the way it pounded in her ears as her heart raced through her veins, between her ribs. She could feel it in her throat, between her legs, a rough, unsteady thumping, all the way down to her kneecaps. Ba-bump. Ba-bump. She couldn't panic. Not yet. It was hard to convince her body of that, though. Her muscles tensed, the fear pluming into her veins, slowly filling themselves with the buzz of dire uncertainty. Dread was starting to crawl up her back, to latch its desperate claws into her sides. Her cracking breaths hinged between her lips.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?